The content on this channel is for informational and educational purposes only. Please contact your financial advisor for any financial questions you may have concerning your investments. Last week, Black social media was in a chokehold over this whole debate over Black women with degrees versus Black men without degrees. And the points that were being made were on a whole different other topic. But when it comes to who holds the most student loan debt, this news that just came from the Trump administration is going to hit you degree holders, us degree holders, in the pocket if you are about to default on those loans. Let's talk about these numbers now and see what made more sense in the long run, getting that 4-year degree or getting that CDL. Starting May 5th, that is in 2 weeks, your wages are going to be garnished. That's right, garnished. If you are currently one of the nearly 60% of student loan borrowers who are either about to default or part of that 25% that are currently in default. Only 38% of student loan borrowers are currently current on their student loan obligations. Now, this flies in the face of the failed attempts from the Democratic Party last year to try to get student loan forgiveness. Notice how that fell flat on its face. But even then, July of 2024, the handwriting was on the wall. Not only were you not going to get student loan relief, we weren't getting student loan relief. That if you still owe the loan, you're coming out of forbearance, and you had to make those arrangements by September of 2024 to start making those payments. Now, I didn't take it. I didn't play around. Kind of knew the handwriting was on the wall. I went back a few years back. Now, this is after my initial 4 years of college, paid that. But currently went to get some more certifications, went to get another college loan. And I'm paying it back. Fortunately for me, it's not a whole lot. But the amount that it is, it's costing me about $100 a month. Now that's a drop in the bucket to some of these doctors, teachers, and lawyers who currently own student loans. Now get to the real reason why this video is here. The Trump administration, as of May 5th, will begin garnishing the wages of that said 25% who are currently in default on their student loans. Not only that, any tax return that you may have been due, that will be seized. In the time space that we're living in right now, with inflation ready to go through the roof because of the tariffs, with jobs supposedly coming back, they're going to be cut in the short term. Everything from the cost of food to the low scarcity or inability to get a loan to buy a home, everything's going up. And add to that burden your financial obligation to pay that loan back. If you are not already on that kick, you better get right before the 5th. Catch it up, because you're going to be hit with as much as 15% of your wages to be garnished and given to the federal government to pay your obligation. This is not good news for people on fixed incomes or struggling budgets. So, Twan, how are you factoring this in with building generational wealth? Well, obviously, if you have more debt going into your adulthood life, your opportunities or ability to create generational wealth have to come second to paying that debt off. And as far as the loop back to the argument from last week, well, with Black women, championing the fact that they've got these degrees, but they also have the highest amount of debt. They also are the most borrowed uh, segment of the population. Black women, close runner up, white women. So what happens here? You're now seeing the true cost of the current administration. Last year, this was all about making sure that those debts were paid. Now, you two groups, women and minorities, you owe the most debt. Period. and we're coming to garnish you. That's what the government is saying. So yeah, it's a catch 22 because without the degree, I wouldn't have been able to get the job to pay for all of this equipment and whatnot, or do the investing. That's the risk you're taking, but you got to pay those debts. Even if you're like me and you're paying little bits at a time, stay current. If you are not current on your student loans, get there fast. Let me know what your comments are in the section below. I will talk to you very, very soon.